Luigi. Oh my God! That's completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
Amazing how this whole situation at the MDC with him is being portrayed. And something I can't express enough is so many of the people I've spoken to and the articles I'm reading almost make it look like he and Bankman-Fried and Combs, they're on this VIP floor and getting special treatment. And that can't be further from the truth. They are in the worst prison in the United States. They are being held. The only difference between where they are being held or where he will be held and everyone else is it's a single tiered floor as opposed to double. Other than that, the reason they're being held there is not because of who they are, it's because of what they did, their popularity, and the sheer concern that the warden has for their own safety and the safety of the facility. It has nothing to do with them getting special treatment, special food, special accommodations. And I realized the other day when I'm talking to people in some of these articles that are being written, that they're almost elevating he and these other folks as to, are they getting special treatment? It's not that. He is in as bad a situation as anyone else in that facility. The difference is he has to be protected, not only for his own sake, which is not a good position to be in, knowing that this is the best situation he will be in for the rest of his life if he's sentenced. The safest he'll be. And for the safety of the institution, and let's face it, it could be a PR nightmare if he's hurt. The shoe is, you're locked in a cell, it's called 23 out of 24, where you actually have to physically, you're in a 6x9 cell with 2 bunk beds, or a bunk bed, a one-piece toilet and sink, and a small desk and maybe a little footlocker. There might or might not be a window, and you are locked in there 23 out of 24 hours. Your meals are given to you through a slot in the door. If you're on a psychiatric evaluation, you're monitored every 15 to 30 minutes to make sure that you haven't harmed yourself. Depending upon the severity of the evaluation, and I don't know that he's currently on this, he would be placed in a suicide smock, which is what you saw him in when he was arrested in Pennsylvania. For the 1 hour a day you're allowed out, and usually it's 1 hour a day, 3 days a week, because they are terribly short-staffed, you have a choice. You can take a shower, you can make a phone call, or you can walk in usually it's a 10 by 10 or 15 by 15 roped off, fenced off area by yourself. Maybe they give you a basketball to bounce, but that's it. So you literally have a choice. Do you want to take a shower? But you are shackled the whole time. The only time you're not shackled is when you're physically locked in the shower. And then when you come out, you turn around and they reshackle you. They do this whether you're there for murdering another inmate or you're there for administrative reasons, which is what he would be there for. You never get used to it. If you could imagine, because you are in there with other psychiatric people coming down from horrible drug withdrawals, they're banging on the doors at all hours of the night. It is terribly loud. People are trying to communicate with other inmates at all hours. You don't know, because there's no clock, you don't know necessarily, other than when you're being fed, what time of day it is. Maybe you get a Bible to read or some reading material, but that's it. You don't have access to any other external stimuli. So I often tell people, and I don't mean to say this in a religious overtone or pejorative manner, that's typically their come to Jesus moment. When they realize, I am here, I am locked up, I'm not going anywhere, and is this what the rest of my life could be like? And it starts to sink in, because you have no one else to communicate with. You have no interaction. Now, he will have, and he does have, access to his legal team at this point. Last week, I was able to get his legal team access to him for legal visits. But even those are, while they're private, are you are shackled when you walk into it, and it's a very degrading process.